something that's going to show our country's history, showcase art, and we are very, very humbled by that and happy to be a part of it. My name's Dean Gwynn. I am the president of GatePrecast Company, and today we're discussing some of the museums that we've done throughout the years. I would say it all started with the opportunity to bid a museum. We bid it just like we did everything else, and we questioned some of the finishes and textures and look, and lo and behold, at the end of the day, we stood back and said, what a beautiful structure, how different this is than anything else we've done, and what an opportunity.
The Miami Science Museum won several awards. That was one, high achievement, but overall, the calls we get saying, hey, are you actually doing that down there? Is that self-supporting? Are those panels precast? How did you get that finish on the backside? I mean, constantly for months we got calls as this project's being constructed, which was, it was fun being able to, like I mentioned, take clients down from New York to visit something like this, because you don't see these kind of things in New York. I mean, Miami's got its own architecture. When I got involved with the project with Grimstar Architects, they had already selected precast, and rightfully so. We found out later that GFRC really wouldn't have worked with some of the different design components.
When I talk to architects all over the country, I always tell them, no product available for an architect to design with gives you more design freedom than architectural concrete does. Brick is beautiful, but it's brick. Glass is beautiful, but it's glass. Architectural precast can be anything you design it to be. The first time I was contacted on the Perot Museum of Nature and Science was by the construction manager from Balfour Beatty. They sent us over a few sketches. They said, can you make us a few mock-ups? Can you make something that looks kind of like prismatic cubes projecting? Can you make us some panels with something that looks like maybe a wood grain siding? So we went through several iterations of just making sample panels of sketches that they were sending over. Then they called and said, we'd like to come to your plant and really get to understand your product. So the architects came to our facility in Hillsboro, Texas, and they were there for a couple of days. And what these two architects did was they learned how to make architectural precast. They were in the steel shop watching rebar get cut and bent and tied together. They were in the carpenter shop learning how our carpenters cut and build the mold work that these panels get poured in. They were out on the floor of the plant. They were outside in the finishing area watching panels be acid washed and sandblasted. Ideas flowing back and forth is one of the big factors that allowed this building to be the iconic building that it is.
We always knew it had great quality, and we could count on these people to give us that day in, day out. But when we were faced with, hey, can you make it look like travertine? Hey, can you give us a slick mirrored-like finish that we're not going to sandblast? The craftsmen in all of our plants really stepped up. And what that's yielded today is an architect can hand us anything and say, can you make architectural precast look like this? Thank you for tuning in and watching this video and learning more about Gate. You've seen a lot of pretty video of projects, pictures, and a lot of talk. But if you want to meet the real craftsmen, please come to one of our 8 facilities. These guys are very impressive, very knowledgeable. They're the ones that make it all happen.